What's up, baseball fans? So something a little different today. We are going to play MLB The Show, and we're going to try and rebuild my Boston Red Sox, and I'm going to try and win a World Series within 3 seasons. Let's get to it. All right, so first things first, we have to address the pitching. Our pitching right now is just really not that good. We're just going to pretend Chris Sale didn't have Tommy John. So let's just keep Chris Sale right there at the top of the rotation. We have Marcus Walden and Eduardo Rodriguez. Not sure why Marcus Walden is the number 2 here. Rodriguez would be the number 2. Walden, honestly, I'm not sure if he would even be in the rotation. Probably be in the bullpen. Whatever, we'll get to that. We got Hector Velasquez. I don't even think he's on the team anymore. And Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi would be the 3 right now. Looking at the bullpen, we got Ryan Weber, Ryan Brazier, Heath Hembry, Darwinson Hernandez, Matt Barnes, Josh Taylor, Brandon Workman. It's not the worst bullpen. I think it could maybe use maybe an upgrade or 2. But I know right now this lineup is one of the best in baseball. It's a very good lineup. Yeah, Dustin Pedroia is probably not going to be here. I'd hate to say it, but Pedroia is probably done for his career. I hope he can come back eventually, but yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try and make some trades. I'm gonna try and shed some salary a little bit, try and get some pitching back, maybe get a bullpen piece back. So let's go look at some trades. All right, so I'm looking at Dustin Pedroia, and I'm looking at the 2 remaining years left on his contract. I owe him $13.8 million for the next 2 years. Right now, I'm not really finding any trades. I'm not seeing any teams to take Pedroia. I know that really hurts my soul to trade Pedroia, or to just get rid of him. But right now, it's just we're getting such a big hit with the salary here, and since I'm not finding anything, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to release him. If I release him and he's not claimed, I'll save $3 million with him this year, and then for next year I'll save about $8 million. So I'm just gonna put him on waivers and see if the team will pick him up. All right, so I made a trade with the Washington Nationals. I was able to unload Nathan Eovaldi's contract. In return, I got an aging Anibal Sanchez. Hunter Strickland can go in our bullpen, and we got Andres Quintana. He'll go into the minor leagues, but I think this was a good move. We were able to unload Nathan Eovaldi's contract. We saved about $6 million in the process. So, of course, we're trying to upgrade our pitching, but I don't think Eovaldi was just, I think that contract was just too much for us. And then for the Nationals, they were able to get rid of Anibal Sanchez. And, you know, hey, they thought, hey, why not? We'll take a chance on Eovaldi. Maybe he can have a bounce back year, but I wasn't really willing to really invest that much in Eovaldi here. We had about 3 more years left on that contract. So I'll take a chance with the guys I got back. I got a piece for the bullpen. So I think this is good for both sides. All right, so I was looking through some trades, and there's really not much out there that I'm looking for. I mean, I was able to dump Eovaldi. I think that's it for the trading for now. I was able to get Anibal Sanchez back and Hunter Strickland. So I'm not minding the way our bullpen is looking. The rotation actually isn't looking too bad to me. You know, if anything, this could be a bridge year. I'm not really expecting much for this season, but, you know, being able to get Anibal Sanchez back, you know, that's a win for me. And this lineup, I mean, even without Mookie Betts, still a great lineup. Benintendi, Devers, Martinez, Bogarts, Moreland, Vasquez, Verdugo in the 7th spot. Peraza, we don't have Pedroia anymore. We released him. And then we got Jackie Bradley. So let's see how this season goes. Let's simulate the whole year. Okay, so we're at the trade deadline, and we're having a pretty losing season right now. 52 and 57. We're 7.5 back in the wild card. We're not really doing much there. I mean, we're 7 back in the wild card, so it's looking like, you know, maybe we gotta make a trade here. We gotta dump someone. Maybe get something back in return. Maybe that can help us next season. All right, so going over some guys that we could, you know, potentially move in a trade. So let's go over kind of how our guys are looking so far. Benintendi, he's not doing great. Devers is actually having a pretty down year. JD Martinez, he's having a really good year so far. 36 home runs at the deadline. Wow. Bogart's having a good year. Moreland, respectable. Christian Vasquez, respectable. Verdugo, he's doing okay. You know, he's not going to put up Mookie Betts numbers, but Peraza is actually doing really bad. So I'm probably going to put Chavis now back in the lineup. Bradley, he's not doing very good. So, a guy like Bradley, I'm not sure if maybe a team would want to trade for him, to help out with some defense. He's really not doing great. 226, 5 home runs, just not great. Okay, so I am looking at a trade right now, an offer from the LA Dodgers for JD Martinez. They're offering Dustin May and Kenley Jansen. This is a pretty good trade for me. I'm getting a starting pitcher for next season with an A potential. Kenley Jansen, a good closer. I can't turn this trade down. We're going to do this trade. I'm not sure where JD Martinez is going to play out there. He's more of a DH, but hey, the Dodgers here, they think they can plug JD Martinez into their outfield. They're trying to win, so let's go for it. All right, so I'm taking a look at this trade here. I have Mitch Moreland on the board, 1 year left on his deal. I'm looking at an offer here from the Twins. They got a couple young guys here in this trade. They got a reliever. He has a B potential. He's already a 67 overall at age 24. I'm going to pull the trigger on this trade because, you know what? Moreland, he is doing decent, but I have Tristan Casas down in the minor leagues. I think I'm ready to put him there. I might as well get a young reliever back for Moreland. He's a free agent after this year. I'm saving a ton of money here. So let's pull the trigger. Let's do it. All right, so to fill the void for JD Martinez and Mitch Moreland heading off to the Dodgers and the Twins, look at these two guys. Two of my best prospects down below. We got Tristan Casas. He's tearing it up. He's got 298 average. He's got 6 home runs so far. Bobby Dahlback, he's doing really good. I'm going to bring these two guys up to the majors and see how they do for the rest of the year. Okay, I'm also looking at some guys down in the minor leagues as well. I called up Casas. I called up Bobby Dahlback. But we got a couple of guys here in Double-A. Jay Groom, he's doing pretty good this year. Teddy Stankiewicz, he's doing pretty good. I think I'm going to give these guys the call up. Even Brian Mata is doing really well as well. He doesn't have great potential, but I'll put him in AAA and see how he does there. All right, so since I'm adding some starting pitching in Jay Groom and Teddy Stankiewicz, you know what? Honestly, with Anibal Sanchez, he's got 1 year left on his contract. I might as well dump the remaining part of his salary, get some prospects back. We got a B prospect being offered here from the Cubs, so I'm going to take that, just clear some room. We're cleaning house right now. There's no reason to keep any of these guys on this team, so let's pull the trigger on this trade as well. All right, so I think we're done with trades for now. Let's simulate the rest of the year. All right, so not a good first season, 75 and 87, but I feel like it was a productive season from an organizational standpoint. We got rid of a lot of salary this year. We brought up some prospects. Let's see how these guys did. All right, so looking at our lineup, Benintendi, fine, 275, 66 RBI, 18 homers. Verdugo had a pretty decent first year in Boston. I don't know what happened to Devers this year, 243, 22, 71. That's not pretty Devers-like. Solid year from Bogarts. Vasquez, a really good year. Really good year from Vasquez. 20 homers, 66 RBIs. Chavis, we put him into the starting lineup, and it looks like he ended up doing better after he got put in. Tristan Casas, 7 home runs after the trade deadline, after coming up. Bobby Dahlback, nothing crazy, but, just coming up. But let's take a look at the guys that we brought up. Stankiewicz, 6-4, 4.42 ERA. Pretty good. Jay Groom, he struggled a little bit, 2-5. But Dustin May, after the trade, he really struggled. 2-6, 6.49 ERA coming to the American League. We also got Kenley Jansen. He ended up finishing with a 4.44 ERA. Workman, he did pretty good. Hunter Strickland, I'm happy with what we got from him. We got him in the Eovaldi trade. He did pretty good. So we definitely have some work to do this offseason. One thing that I'm happy about is that we cleared some salary. So, hey, we got some money to spend here. And there's one guy in particular I got my mind on. So in case you were wondering, the Dodgers beat the Twins in the World Series. So that is definitely a potential World Series matchup. If there's one team that's going to beat the Yankees in the American League this year, it's the Twins. I could absolutely see a Dodgers-Twins World Series. All right, so some guys that we can bring back. Workman, I'm absolutely bringing back. Look at the year he had. 42 saves, 2.42 ERA. Absolutely bringing Workman back. I'd love to bring him back on a pretty good deal here. He wants 5.5. I'm going to go down to a 3. Right now, I'm going to leave it as bullpen for now, because who knows if maybe Jansen
can maybe compete for that spot. Or maybe, you know, honestly, as of right now, the way they did last year, I'd like to keep him. We'll say bullpen for now. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll just offer him a little more money. I think he did really good. So yeah, $20 million on 6.7 a year. I think he'll accept that. Definitely want to bring him back. Jackie Bradley. This will be interesting. 241 average, 7 homers, 34 RBIs. He just has such a good glove. But oh my goodness, a 663 OPS. I don't know. Okay, so with letting Jackie Bradley walk, I have my mind on one guy, and there he sits. Mookie Betts. We cleared a ton of salary. We have cleared as much salary as we could. Yeah, we definitely don't have really too much on the books for 2021. We got Chris Sale on a big contract. Bogarts, he has a, you know, honestly a pretty friendly deal. We do have Kenley Jansen there, but really, we have room. We have room to bring back Mookie Betts. I mean, you know, like, we need an outfielder. Mookie Betts, hey, you know, he's still young. I'm gonna throw a deal at Mookie. I want him to come back to Boston. So he's looking for $31 million a year. You know what? I'm gonna blow him away. I'm gonna bring him back 10 years. I want Mookie for the rest of his career. We're gonna go as much as we can here. But other than Mookie Betts, I mean, you know, looking at our team, I mean, you know, we got some young guys in this rotation right now. You know, but I think it would do us well to try and get another starting pitcher. You know, Chris Sale had a pretty good year. Rodriguez had a pretty good year. But like I said, I don't know. These guys, they are young. I mean, out of all of them, Dustin May has the highest potential. These two guys are both B potentials. So, I mean, they could do something for us, but I think I would feel a little better heading into next season with a guy in this rotation that can just help anchor it, give us more insurance. So if I'm trying to break the bank for Mookie, I don't want to break the bank too much here for a starter. You know, I got some guys like Julio Teheran. He could be a 3. Last year, he did really good with the Angels last year. I'd like to bring in Teheran. He's a guy that can he just eats innings. Last year, over 200 innings for the first time since 2015. You do got Cole Hamels right there. You know, there are some guys here that I'd like to bring on maybe like a 2-year deal. Hamels had a pretty good year. We already got a couple lefties. I'd like to bring on like a righty, like a Julio Teheran. I think that would be awesome. You got Trevor Bauer right there, but he's probably going to want a lot of money. He actually had a really good year with the Reds. You know, honestly, I think with Teheran, I think that might be a good one. He only wants 3.5 per year. I'd like to offer him a shorter term deal. I can definitely put more money there. And Bauer, he's looking for 16 a year. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go after Teheran here. I like Teheran. He's still not really that old. I mean, yeah, he's a 75 overall, but for a 3 guy in the rotation, I mean, that's pretty good. So I'll offer him a 2-year deal. I'll offer him just more money. And I think Teheran he'll come to Boston. You know, $4 million a year. I think that's a good deal. All right, so Mookie Betts has an offer from the Diamondbacks. They're offering him a little less, 9 years, $270. So far, we have the top offer. If we take a look, Julio Teheran, no other offers yet. The interest for Trevor Bauer is coming in. Dodgers are going hard after him. Alex Wood has an offer. Chase Anderson, Cole Hamels, no offers yet. Another thing I'd like to maybe just check is just bullpen guys. Did we have Colin McHugh on our roster? I don't think we even had him. I'd honestly like to have a Colin McHugh, have him in that bullpen. I'm going to give him a little offer here. How interesting is this? Trevor Bauer, with all the smack talk he had to say about the Astros, has signed a 5-year deal with Houston. That is interesting. All right, so Teheran does have another offer from the Reds. I'm going to go up a year for Teheran. He's still not really that old, and honestly, Teheran is so consistent. So I'm going to offer him another year. So we have some competition for Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts has another offer from the Tigers right now, the same offer as us. So we need to try and sweeten this offer a little bit. We're looking at 10 years, $310 million. I'm going to throw in a player option in there because you know what? I need Mookie. I want Mookie. So I'm going to give him a player option, and I'm going to give him that chance to opt out. So I think that's going to sweeten this pot just a little bit more for Mookie. Oh. Mookie did not want to come back to Boston. He signed with the Tigers for 10 years. Oh, awful. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, man. Could Mookie Betts go to the Tigers in the offseason? That's a surprise team right there. Hey, you know, if the Tigers take Torkelson, they got a first baseman, and then if they sign Mookie Betts, goodness. So we have a bit of a hole now. So we don't have JD Martinez in our lineup. I was hoping to get Mookie Betts. That would have really fixed our problem there. We don't have Jackie Bradley. So we're in a little bit of a hole right now. So we need to go back to the free agent market. We need to see what other guys are out here. Do got George Springer right there. Do have George Springer. He's 31. Let's see what kind of a contract he's looking for. He's not looking for a lot. He had 21 homers, 83 RBIs, 290 average. That's a guy that we can look at. Starling Marte. He did pretty good. 20 homers, 68 RBIs. Adam Eaton. How about left field? Do have Michael Brantley right there. That's an interesting one. 17, 60. Nothing great. You know what? I'm going to go after George Springer. I think this could be a good fit. George Springer, going back to his stats here. 861 OPS. I mean, and he's a New England guy. He grew up in Connecticut. I think this would be a good fit. Why not? Let's bring George Springer into the fold. Let's see what it's going to take. He's 31. Man, if I can get him for just until his 35 season, let's see. So, I mean, man, we need a guy like George Springer here. Okay, guys, we got George Springer. We lost out on Mookie Betts, but we were able to bring in George Springer, New England guy, born in Connecticut. So, very happy about this deal. We needed a guy out in center field. Bradley was gone. We needed some offense too. So this is a guy that can really fill in for us here. So I like this signing a lot. Also, just checked, Julio Teheran also accepted our deal. So we got Teheran now in the 3 spot in our rotation. So looks like we got 3 guys here. So I'm okay with this heading into the season. I like the pieces in our bullpen, but then we got 3 guys, Dustin May, Teddy Stankiewicz, and Jay Groom. I'm pretty sure Dustin May will be the 4th guy here, but then we got Teddy Stankiewicz and Jay Groom. Right now, Stankiewicz is a little bit better overall. Okay, so according to my calculations, it looks like Brandon Workman went to another team. I'm not sure where he went. I just realized he didn't sign, and he's not on the board. So it looks like he is gone. So, I mean, that was a big hit for our bullpen. He was one of the best closers last year. Looks like he probably got some more money. But for our bullpen right now, I mean, luckily we traded for Kenley Jansen. So, I mean, we have 1 more year left of Kenley Jansen, so he'll be our closer. All right, so just one quick look at our roster before we head into our 2nd season. We got Benintendi leading off, Devers, Bogarts, Springer, our newest center fielder, Christian Vasquez, Verdugo, Chavis right there at second base, Tristan Casas, and Bobby Dahlback. Brought those guys up last year, hoping that they'll be a little better this year. And as for the rotation, Chris Sale, Eduardo Rodriguez, Julio Teheran, Dustin May, Teddy Stankiewicz. I'm going to put Jay Groom in AAA for now. See if he can improve a little bit, but Teddy Stankiewicz, I think he's just better right now for the 5th spot. Marcus Walden in the long relief spot. Brazier, McHugh, Strickland in the middle relief. Barnes, Josh Taylor in setup, and Kenley Jansen as our closer. All right, so season 2 is complete. We had a huge turnaround this season. A record of 101-61. We won the division, so whoever wins the wild card game will be playing them. Huge improvement this year. So stoked. Let's take a look at the team. Taking a look at our rotation. Chris Sale had a good year, 15-9. Rodriguez, 19-8 on the year. Wow, these two really carried our rotation. ERA a little high for Teheran, but he did get a lot of innings. Dustin May, pretty good, but a lot of innings from Dustin May, 4.80 ERA. Teddy Stankiewicz, wow. put him in the 5th spot, 15-7. We had 5 of our guys throw at least 180 innings. Wow. Bullpen. Walden did whatever. Brazier, fine. McHugh, good guy. Good middle relief there. Matt Barnes did pretty good. Josh Taylor. Kenley Jansen turned it around for the Red Sox this year. Taking a look at the lineup. Benintendi, good year from Benintendi. Jose Peraza, not sure why Peraza's there, but whatever. I put Peraza on the bench, but I'm not sure why MLB The Show put him in. Bogarts, great year from Bogarts. George Springer, exactly what I thought it would be. Devers had a much better year. Chavis with a really good year. 273, 18 homers, 84 RBIs. Great year from Chavis. Verdugo did not do very good. Not sure if I want him in the lineup for playoffs. Christian Vasquez, pretty low on the average there. He really declined. Bobby Dahlbeck, 269, 25 homers, 78 RBIs. Now, where is Tristan Casas? Where is that man? Why are you down here, my guy? I mean, he wasn't doing very good, so it looks like the simulation put him down back in the minor leagues, down in AAA. He wasn't doing very good with the Red Sox here. So, I mean, hey, whatever. So be it. But overall, pretty good. All right, so Houston beat the Yankees in the wild card game. So we'll be playing the Astros in the first round. All right, we won game 1. We won game 2. And we have won game 3. We're on to the ALCS. We'll be taking on either the Angels or the White Sox. All right, so we're taking on the Angels in the American League Championship Series. So let's see how we have it lined up. So right now, game 1, you got to go Chris Sale. Eduardo Rodriguez for game 2. Right now, Sale struggled a little bit. Rodriguez, I mean, Sale got the win, though. You know what? Honestly, man, I don't know. Who do I want going game 3? Stankiewicz had a really good year. I'm going Stankiewicz for game 3. And then Dustin May. I mean, like I said, Dustin May, his ERA was a little high, but he had a lot of strikeouts. So right now, I'm putting Stankiewicz in the 3 spot. I'm liking that. So here we go. Angels. We win game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. We have swept the Angels in the American League Championship Series. We are on to the World Series. We're going to be taking on either the Mets or the Braves. All right, so we have beaten the Braves in 6 games in the World Series. I was hoping to win a World Series within 3 years. In the second year, I won it. We had just a heck of a season this year. We had to trade some key guys. We had to clear a lot of payroll. We had to bring in some younger guys. We brought in some prospects. So we had to sign George Springer. We had to get a guy to replace some kind of production with Mookie Betts. Overall, just absolutely happy with how this season went. Winning the World Series in 6 games, beating the Braves. So like I said, it took 1 year of a bridge year, kind of a mini rebuild year. But let me know what you think down below. What did you think of how this season went? Do you think this is something that could actually happen in real life? Tell me down below. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for joining. Have a good day.